What's up, family? It's your boy Rome with my first podcast, Level Up with Rome. June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, so I got two of my homeboys, my cousin and my nephew, on the line, and we're going to chat about some of our mental health illness that's dealing with these females and males today. What's up, fellas?
What's going on? All the way from Philly down to Tampa.
What up, Big J? What up, nephew?
Ain't that cool as always, huh?
I feel you. I feel you. Now, fellas, we all know that June is mental health awareness for us men, and shit. A lot of us going through mental health problems these days. Shit. I was recalling the other day when somebody told me that a lot of us black men go through problems, and we don't want to talk about these problems. Y'all go and elaborate on that. Well, we want to talk about our problems, man. What's up with that?
I
Listen,
mean, you can go ahead, Frank.
you want me to go?
Yeah.
So
All right,
me
I'll go.
personally,
I'll go first. You know what? All right, you know what's funny? What's funny is I think that as men, right? As men, it's not even always the big tragedy that kind of gets us to a place where we don't want to say a lot and we start to get quiet and thoughts run through our head. And because we doing so many things, we taking care of the family.
Right.
We might be in a relationship, we taking care of our wives or taking care of our taking care of things at the crib. There's so many things that go on. And as men, I think a lot of times we taught that you're not being a man if you complain about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think a lot of times what happened is men take on all of this stuff, which they should, because we men, like men, we already know, like I always say, we already know what we're supposed to be doing. We already outside changing tires, chopping down trees, and doing what we need to do. You ain't got to tell a man what to do. But sometimes it get so overwhelming that you don't want to say nothing about it because it make you feel like that you're not a man, which in in this instance, it's just a thing where it's okay to do the things you know that you need to be doing as a man. But also, if you feel that pressure, or if you feel like you down, or you feel like you depressed, talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? What's your thoughts on that, Ron?
Well, this is what I think, man. Shit. When we was growing up, our fathers, our grandfathers, they never showed no emotions. They never, I never see my grandfather cry, never see my dad cry. My first time I see my dad cry was my mom passed away. You know what I'm saying? We was all taught, the whole thing's in, be a man, tighten up, get right.
Right.
But shit, growing up, it was hard, man, because you had a lot of emotions, and we were told don't talk back, don't express your emotions and things like that. When we go to do something like that, what you think? Next thing you know, shit, they knocking us in the head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Like nephew, I know you done been through a lot of situations being at a young age. Shit, go ahead, let me see you chime in on it.
so me personally, I don't think I was taught not to not to show my emotions, but it just you rarely seen it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like once you start rapping or talking or saying, look, man, I gotta do this or this, and the third, it's just like Jason said, complaining, like you feel me? And me personally, deep down, I feel like I'm complaining sometimes. You feel me? When I say, damn, I got this and this going on, and I got this and this, that, and the third. So I feel like it was it wasn't taught to me, but it wasn't shown how to express your feelings. You see what I'm saying? Like you said, when me my died, bro, I ain't see my daddy cry.
Right.
Literally, maybe 3 months, we was in the car going to do a job, and he was like, I don't know, it was a tear. Huh? It wasn't even, you feel me? He said he was boo crying, but it was a tear. So I don't know if he was just doing that for me or whatnot. But the crazy part about it is when like when Cedric died, it was crazy, but it wasn't. I don't know how to explain. It was just different when me my dad. That makes sense. Plus, I was a little bit older too, so
Right.
I had a
Yeah,
thought in my
I mean, go
probably
go
like
ahead. Go. My bad.
Yeah, I out of my head and on some crazy, bro. Like I was crying. You feel me? He was driving though. You feel me? I literally like, you like, damn, what's going on? Like, man, you know what I'm saying? So it's not that we wouldn't talk. It's just we don't see it. You see what I'm saying? You don't see it, or you assume it's soft. You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah,
I mean, you whining for it. Stuff happen, right? What they tell you in life, you gotta deal with it, right? So I get that complaining ain't gonna do nothing for you, or expressing yourself. A lot of times they don't understand. You see what I'm saying? And then a lot of times you don't know how to express yourself. You feel me? So it's like I don't know how to say I need help. I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
I don't know how to say this, that, and the third. Like I don't get it. Like I told my wife the other day, like, bro, like I don't even know how to like I just want to be alone. You feel me? Like you feel me without being too. You feel me? She like, and I know I'm kind of off topic, but literally, like my wife is a loving, want to touch you, baby, what's wrong? This that shit. For some reason, it aggravates me.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm feeling kind of crazy or if I'm depressed, like I get on my stages, I get depressed. I really just want to be isolated because, like I said, bro, it's like I feel like I'm depressed. If I tell you what's going on, it's gonna make me feel like, bitch, you whining? Like, you all right, bro? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, maybe the culture, maybe just what we see. You feel me? Because it's just not granddaddy. It's not pop. It's not my daddy. Like it's my partners. You feel me? My homies. Like some of the stuff. My partner said, "Yeah, man, shit, boy, I ain't hit you up in a little minute, but I just slide on my mind. I really could. Instead of saying like, damn, bro, like, hey, this is going on, da 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 da. He might tell me, but it might be 6, 7 months from now. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like it's more of a we ain't had no role models to show us because of what
What they was going through.
going through, or like, and then we black too. So if you look at granddaddy, they probably ain't had no room. Nobody cared if you see what I'm saying?
Right,
And then if
right.
Yeah.
the struggles they was going through, they can't. You sometimes you can't. It's like you got to put all your stuff on the back burner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't know why it's like that. I don't know how it's like that. It's in our DNA. The Most High make us like that. I don't know because it's not just us. You see what I'm saying? Like I got a Chico partner, same thing. Like you know what I'm saying? All that it's not just us. So maybe it's a
Yeah, I
that,
think society don't put that. I think that society don't put that rap on men. You know what I'm saying? That we gotta be the tough one. We gotta be the strong one.
Yeah.
And a lot of us men don't tap into our feminine side. You know what I'm saying? Some people think, you
Right.
know what I'm saying? Hey, oh, you thinking about the feminine side? Oh, you must be this way. You must be that way. Or you must be funny or something like that.
Right.
But real deal, man. I'm 49 years old right now, and I just start tapping into my feminine side, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, really start saying, hey, okay, I can look at a guy right now, man, and be like, man, you know what? The dude look good. He's sharp. You know what I'm saying? He dressed good. Now, if I said that in front of my kids or something like that,
They were like they were like, pause, stop
exactly. So I
it.
can really see how, you know what I'm saying, things have changed over the generations. And for me, when I was going through all the situations I was going through, my brother died, well, both of my brothers died, and my mom died. I really got in the depressed stage, man. I really got into that in my room, drinking, smoking, you know what I'm saying? Just
Right.
trying to get rid of the problem. I didn't know how to reach out, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to express my feelings. I had friends coming to me, hey man, you okay? You all right? I'm all right, man. Shit, I'm okay. But my face wasn't showing that. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I went and locked myself in the room for the whole weekend. A couple bottles of vodka. Now, if you know me in that liquor, boy. So I was hurt, man. I was crying out. I was crying out for help. And I didn't know how to get it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was taught, hey, man up, toughen up, everything gonna be all right. And that's one thing I hate, man. When people pass away, everybody always say, oh, it's gonna be all right.
You know why? You know why? You know why? You know why? And I love the way I was raised, right? And the way we all was raised.
Right.
But it's that mentality, it's that Jesus will fix it.
Yeah.
And I get that. But
Right.
it ain't nothing wrong with going to talk to somebody. And that's what they don't ever teach you. So you get to this place where when I was young, I was the same way when when Uncle Lenny passed, I was going through all of that at the same time. Aunt Jerry passed, my grandma in Philly passed. It was like a whirlwind. And you know, at the time, I was with my band. I was doing music actively. I was traveling. And you talk about going from thinking that I know what life was about to not even knowing who I was, because I literally had to find a way to master pain at 24. I wasn't even a big drinker. But you know, you in the band, you going places, you meeting people, you having fun. Sometimes we shut down the whole club afterwards, just trying to feel good, man. So, but if somebody would have told me, like, bro, yo, you wanna see somebody? Now, at that point, I had never worked in healthcare. So I really wouldn't have, you know, my parents worked in healthcare, you know, Tashara worked in healthcare, but me, I never worked in healthcare. So like going to talk to somebody like was never an option for me. And it's the same way for mostly old black folk. Like when I worked in healthcare, the old black folk, you would have a small percentage that would want to see behavioral health. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is like, oh, you know, I put a prayer on it, and you know, so you know, and it's not to denounce that side of what you believe. It's to also realize as human beings, you know what I'm saying? As human beings, when you're talking about going to see somebody or talk to somebody, or even brothers talking to each other, we mostly, the reason why we can relate is because we go through a lot of the same things. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you make it seem like your thing is like so far gone, but it's a whole world of people that can relate. That's why they can write the book on it. You know what I'm saying? That's why you can get a degree on it, because most people generally go through the same thing until they find something new that maybe you haven't seen. And then they could say, well, let's try to figure out how we can work this out. But for the most part, everybody got some issues, but you can't feel like that. That's what I would say to other men. You can't feel like it's not okay to either talk to somebody, even if it's um, somebody that's clergy or a specialist or just your closest homie. Don't bottle it up. I say keep doing what you're doing, keep grinding, do the things you need to do. It's going to be pain, but that's how I got through it. You know what I'm saying? I started to be with my brothers and talk to my brothers. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah, nephew, you was talking about Mima. How did you feel during that time when she had passed away? How was your emotions going through you as a young man?
I would say I was mad more than sad, if that makes sense. Like, oh, why her type thing? Like, that makes sense. Like, you might really don't be mad. I don't know her to be a bad person, but you got faces. I know I shouldn't think like this, but you got people shooting up here and sharing the needle, and they live at 84 on the street. So
Right.
it's more so mad than sad, if that makes sense. But with Mima, man, I want to say shit, I was 20, 22, 23 maybe? No, 17. I sound like 24. So my mindset back then was already, you know what I'm saying, on that young nigga, even with that YN and stuff. So I really, I was just mad more than sad. Like, then to be real with you, Pops was the only person that passed so far. That, you know, everybody else I was younger. Mima was the, you know, I was 25, but when Pops passed, I'm 28. And the way it happened, like, you know, we kind of, you know, Mima, we kind of knew, you know what I'm saying, shit was going on type stuff. So it can let me prepare a little bit, maybe, because be real with you, Pop told me it was a chance of 5 years. It just happened faster, you know what I'm saying? So I was a little upset about that. But as far as Pops, but I think that was the worst. Gang. Like, you feel me? Like, that was sad. You feel me? But at the same time,
Yeah.
I knew, like, so I don't know if it's like a mind thing, but like my people already know. Like, okay, yeah, he's saying this, but I still didn't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, my wife, think we got an argument probably like a year after, and bro, like I told her, I snapped. I'm like, you don't even know what's going on. You worry about I don't like you get what I'm saying? Like you don't even know and you just you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? So that was the first time I really you see, even my partner, they said, ooh, yeah, it's crazy, man. It is. And see another thing too, you say talk to your brother with your partner. I don't know how to talk to him.
Right. I
I
feel
don't
you.
know
I feel that.
what to say. Like what bro, I'm sad because like it seemed like and this might seem like I'm making
But that's
fun of like
controversial though. You know why? You know why? Because it go back to what I just said. Sometimes when you and I'm not saying it's a method, and I'm not saying that you right or wrong. All I'm just saying is always going to be um a trial and error. And so that's what when you talk about life, if it don't work, it don't work.
yeah.
But you got to figure out whether you want to stay in that situation or you want to get out of it. So that's why I was saying when you talk about depression or talk about how you felt at that time, it's more about the moves that was made to get out of it. Because one thing you never want to do is, you know what I'm saying, and it's if you want to live a healthy lifestyle, your wife, your kids, you don't want that to affect your family. So my thing is, I had kids back then. I wasn't married back then, but I knew that as I got older, I couldn't bring that hurt into any situation, bro. I couldn't bring it, so I had to figure out a legit way to solve it, and it just came through. And it's sad, but it came through being with my brother. It came through being with my god brother Jamil. You know what I'm saying? Us having a good time, us doing things together, us making music together. Like that was part of my happiness. And if I didn't do it, I seen so many things through music, bro. Through so many things music brought me. But that's the one thing it brought me through that time period when I was meeting all these people, doing all of these things. It brought me comfort, bro. And I get what you're saying. Like that's not your route. Like you ain't trying to holler at the homies. I get that, but I'm just elaborating saying that there is an answer. People got to find it because the problem is that when you find it, if you don't find it, you're gonna end up, you know what I'm saying, in one of them buildings with that thing up like ready there. You talking about YN, you're gonna be ready to crash out for real. So that's really what it's about. It's just about figuring out your method, and it's not one way. But I think that's what goes back to what I said is that when you grow up in church, people think that the only way is to be like, well, I'm just going to pray. No, you can do other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because you can give it to God. You can give if that's what you do. You might be Muslim. You can go to Allah, to the masjid. You know, pray with the imam. All of that's cool. Everything is cool. I'm just saying you can't just bottle it in. You know what I'm saying?
That's one thing that I learned from my mom. My mom's passing away, and then my brother passed away. I just know I didn't want to go back in that little ride I was going in. So I had to change my mindset because I knew I lost weight. You know what I'm saying? I was anxiety. I was stressed out. You know what I'm saying? I was crying, and that caused my body to become diseased. And I know disease gonna cause nothing but diseases. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I had to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm lucky that I got me a good wife and some brothers that I can really like talk to and really open up and let my feelings out. Because when my mom was here, I bottled everything up. And then when my brother Frank passed away, shit, I had to let it out because I didn't want to go backwards. And I knew, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I had to change my mindset. And when I changed my mindset and I started doing different things, started taking my mind off of it, yeah, I acknowledge them now, but I know they're in a better place. And I'm not saying that in a religious way. I just know they're in a better place right now. And I believe in whatever you believe in. I believe in energy. I believe in our ancestors and all that. So I know they're right there with me. You know, I know that. So I know without a shadow of doubt, You know, I had to change my mindset. If not, I got 5 kids, man. I got 5 kids. I wouldn't be here for them. I'm a wife, you know. And I know what depression does to you. I know how it is to be depressed and be in that mood. So man, I just had to learn different methods on how to shake that shit off me. And I would say right now, meditation and being by myself. I'm talking about being by yourself. When you with yourself by yourself in a dark room and you thinking about stuff, man, stuff come to you. Stuff come to you, man. Stuff come to you. You know, you hear things, you see things, you have visions, you talk, you know what I'm saying? I just know for a shadow of a doubt, I can't let my mindset go back. So I just try to encourage all these young men, all these people that are going through depression. You got to talk to somebody. If not, you got to talk to your higher power. You got to talk to your wife, your kids. Shit, I even talk to my kids about things when I have a bad day at work or when I'm going through it. I talk to them. And some people might say, damn, why are you throwing all your weight on your kids? They didn't even know what I'm going through. They didn't know what I'm going through because when I come home, I walk in peace and I walk. And then when they know I'm not walking, they can tell, you know? So I try to talk to them and let them, you know, hey, they just had a bad day at work, you know, this happened, this happened, this happened. So they understand. And now when they go through something, shit, hopefully they'll come talk to me and I'll be able to be there for them, to support them. You know, that's how I'll be feeling about it. But, you know, shit, life is hard, man. We all go through things. We all go through things, especially divorces. You know, I see a lot of men these days kill themselves over some woman, over a wet hole. They're about to kill themselves. And I'm like, bro, it ain't that serious. It's not that serious. You're gonna let somebody control your happiness. You're gonna let somebody control and dictate how you move. It's just that as men, we gotta start, honestly, we gotta start manning up and start really being real men and start talking about things. Because a lot of us hold things in, and we hold things in, we get mad, we get upset, you know what I'm saying? We get pissed off, we snap at people. It's not that we don't love that person. We just snap down because they the first person that we see, especially our wives, our loved ones. We snap on them a lot. So I had to learn, you know, through death, through divorces, through trials and tribulations, I got to control my emotions because an emotional man is a deadly man. You know what I'm saying? A man that can't control his feelings and can't express the way he feels without violence, man, that's emotional man, bro. That's emotional man, you know? So I just want to change the mindset of these young folks. Just let them know that, you know, we all go through things. We all go through situations, you know. Talk to somebody, get some help. That don't make you a sissy or a girl or lesser than a man. I think that makes you more than a man because you got to understand, you got people coming behind you. You know what I'm saying? Not saying it, but my grandfathers, my dad just started hugging me. My grandfather never hugged me in my life. He never showed me no attention, never showed me no emotion. And why is that? So I go above and beyond and try to show my kids emotion, especially my boys, you know what I'm saying? To hug them and tell them I love them every day. And we need that as men. We need somebody to uplift us. Somebody tell us, hey, dog, damn, but good job, boy. I'm proud of you, man. I appreciate you, homie. You know what I'm saying? When we start uplifting men and stuff like that, our homeboys, our family, then people will probably be apt enough to talk to us, you know, open up to us. But until then, man, we just gotta do better. We gotta try to start spreading the word, spreading, hey, this mental health shit kill you. Especially a lot of us black men, we committing suicide. We doing this stupid stuff, all because our mentality. Like I was saying, we gotta get with these young men. We gotta get with each other. We gotta start as a family, man, talking about our problems. Because if we're not here for each other, man, especially if our head ain't right, we ain't right for nobody. You know what I'm saying? Think about it, nephew. If your head ain't right when you come home or you go to a job, people can get hurt. You know what I'm saying? You can get hurt. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? You at a job, mind ain't right
about something.
Hey,
right.
So we gotta start expressing ourselves and stop holding stuff in as men. You know what I'm saying?
I can't tell you what job it is, but there's days I would go to the job and them first 3 hours, I just, nigga, I'm at to bleep that out. I don't know if you want a clean show or not. I was 3 hours. I ain't started working at 12 o'clock, you know, but I kept the job because, you know, but set it to dust. Just thinking. But the other part I was going mirror to what you were saying also is make sure you talk to and this is stuff because we all been through it. And I think with Rome expertise, it adds to it because it's like, make sure you're talking to the right person. Don't talk to any of your homies. You know what I'm saying? Like this one of my homies, real quick story. He from Philly and he rap. And so it's like a few of them. And they run around, they do different things in the scene. And he said, yo, bro, I keep talking to such and such. I'm trying to, tell him what's going on. I said, yo, y'all rap together. Why are you talking? Why call me? Why are you trying to tell him what's going on? I know that's your homie, but he going through his own stuff. He ain't even got the tools to figure it out. You got to go to somebody that got the tools. That's why, and I know my brother gonna hear this. That's why I can talk to my brother and I can tell my older brother, nah, dog, we not doing it. Yeah. Cause I got the tools. I done been there. I don't need nobody around me telling me and kind of counseling me about stuff they ain't been through.
If you ain't been through it, don't talk to me about it.
Yeah, I ain't, because it's gonna go one ear, other ear.
So right.
We ain't doing that.
It's all right. It's all right. Well, fellas, I appreciate your time, man. I love you boys, and I thank you guys for joining my first podcast. Hey, we're gonna chop it up later on. But y'all, follow me on Leveling Up with Rome. I love you guys, and you guys have a wonderful evening. Hey, family, I appreciate you guys watching my first episode of Leveling Up with Rome. If you guys are going through any kind of depression, any kind of mental health issues, if you guys are thinking about ending your life or ending someone else's life, or you guys need somebody to talk to, you're stressed out and need to vent, hey guys, I'm dropping some links out in the bio. Get some help, call somebody, because you know what? We are the authors and the creators of our lives. We're able to build a foundation. So guys, tear your foundation down, rebuild, start talking to people, get some help, all right? You guys have a wonderful day. I love you. Peace.